I am an artist and I don't hate AI. Please don't dislike the video just yet. I would ask that you would hear me out first. This is probably my biggest hot take on anything when it comes to the world of arts, crafts, creativity, and I understand that this might seem really controversial. There's a general consensus within the artist, creative community that AI is not a good thing. It's anti-art, it's anti-artist, it's anti-creativity, it exploits artists, it's just copying. And honestly, I don't entirely disagree with that sentiment. My claim for this video is not at all that, oh, I adore AI. It's more that I don't think all of it is evil, and I see benefits to it. I think AI is an important thing to talk about because it is here whether any of us like it or not. So I wanted to create some dialogue and talk about 3 ways that AI makes my life better as an artist. The examples I share for each category will have a bit of overlap, but it should give you an idea of what I mean in each instance. The first way I find AI helpful as an artist is when it comes to brainstorming. I love bouncing ideas off of other people. I call it just spitballing. I'm just like, what about this? What about that? Seeing what sticks. However, I don't always have someone available for me to badger for like 30 minutes or an hour to do a brainstorming session. That's where the AI comes in. I'll sometimes use ChatGPT and just kind of do a brain dump of here are ideas and video topics or projects I want to do and ask for a response of related topics. If you're a creative person, you probably have found that momentum is so important. That's why with writing, we talk about writer's block, where you just get stuck in. Getting that forward momentum is so crucial and can often be so challenging. I found that using AI to brainstorm is a great way to keep my forward momentum going. Some of the things I will brainstorm is projects themselves. For instance, summer's coming up and I might be trying to come up with a summer amigurumi project. But I might not really be sure what direction to go, or maybe I thought of an idea but I'm having a hard time executing it. I can use something like ChatGPT and say, here are the ideas I've got so far. What do you think of these ideas? What are some other directions I can go? What are some ideas in a similar vein? And quite honestly, I don't typically go exactly with the ideas that are generated through the AI, but it is a way to keep my brain flowing, and sometimes it'll come up with a response that sparks a bit of creativity in my mind, and now I have a direction and I'm able to keep going on my own. Another area where I use AI for brainstorming is when it comes to things like thumbnails, descriptions, titles for my videos. Sometimes I will have literally zero idea on what type of thumbnail I want to make for a video. And again, it's that momentum aspect. If I'm just sitting there racking my brain and my brain is literally empty, I'm gonna get stuck. However, I can go to ChatGPT and be like, hey, here's what the video is about, what are ideas for thumbnails, and that gets some momentum going. A last way that it helps me with brainstorming is when it comes to search engine optimization and kind of getting my content out in front of people. I have so many ideas for videos, but some of them are things people want to see and some of them are things nobody else cares about besides me. I can use AI to get a sense of what trends might be coming up, and also when it comes to SEO, it's a really great way for me to brainstorm ways to market my content because I've got the content, but it's a whole other ballgame trying to get that content in front of people who want to watch it. And so brainstorming with AI is a way to keep my creative juices flowing. A second reason that I like AI as an artist is it helps me with some of my weak spots. My first example of a weak spot is naming things. Oh my gosh, I have zero creativity when it comes to naming things. When I have to come up with a name for something, it's like every single creative fiber in my being shrivels up, withers away, and I cannot come up with anything. This has afflicted me from a young age. I will share with y'all some of my stuffed animals and their names. First up, we have Lamb Chop. Okay, at least it's the character name. Then we have Sign Me. This is a stuffed dog I got for my birthday one year, and it came with a pen and people could write birthday messages on it. It says Sign Me on the dog, and so I named him Sign Me. Any guesses what this baby doll is called? It's pink. It's a baby. Pink baby. I also have a black cat named Shadow. I've had a cat named Whiskers. As you can see, real creative, yeah. So when I get stuck, I will sometimes use AI and say, here's what I've designed, here's what I've got, here's the sense I'm trying to get across on the name, what do you have for me? I did this most recently with Sunny the Springtime Bunny. I was kind of stuck. I asked ChatGPT to give me a list of suggestions. The first round was terrible. I hated them all. I responded to ChatGPT and was like, these suck, do better. And anyways, it gave me some different ideas that I hadn't thought of, and I was able to combine a few of those ideas and come up with Sunny the Springtime Bunny. which is much better than any of the really lame generic names I was coming up with. Another weak spot for me that it covers is when it comes to graphic design. I can come up with ideas for creating thumbnails and different graphics, but I really struggle with the execution. I know what I want to include, but then I struggle with how to arrange it, or I overcomplicate things and thumbnails or other graphics become way too cluttered. This ties in a bit with the brainstorming aspect. I can use AI to bounce ideas off and see, is the direction I'm going making sense? Is there something else I haven't thought of that's worth trying? Or how can I take the concept I've already got and improve it? In the same vein, I struggle with fonts sometimes. I typically use Canva for creating my graphics, and it's got so many options, but sometimes it's overwhelming. I recently found that I can ask ChatGPT and say, I'm using this font. What are other fonts that would look good with this if I'm trying to create this kind of a vibe or that kind of a vibe? And hopefully with the ideas that AI gives me, I'm able to come up with higher quality graphics. A final weak spot that AI helps me cover is marketing. Marketing is a huge part of creating online content, and quite honestly, the content creation is where my strengths lie, and not so much getting my content in front of the people that want to watch my videos. With the health issues I deal with, I have limited time and limited energy, and I tend to put the available time and energy I do have into content creation. However, I can create the most amazing content, but if it doesn't get marketed to the right people, no one's going to watch it. So AI helped me with some of the marketing aspects. And I think this leads really well into the third way that as an artist, I have found AI to be helpful, and that is with improving my efficiency. Again, with my health issues, I have very limited time, energy, and ability, and even if you're someone who doesn't have health issues, everybody has limited time, energy, and ability. And I found that AI can help me with different tasks that I face as an artist to free up more time for the actual creation of the art itself. One example is when it comes to Etsy listings. I already have a number of Etsy listings that I've written, so when I release a new pattern, I'm typically using in my already created listings as a template. So instead of me going through and changing out the word, changing out the titles, coming up with a new description, I'll tell AI, here is the project, here's the details on it, use this listing as an example, as a template, and create a listing for this. What that does for me is I don't have to spend the time actually typing it up. I instead can spend the time editing, revising, proofreading, getting rid of typos. So I'm still doing the real work, which is the content creating, but there's a lot of peripheral aspects of creating content, and AI helps me be more efficient with those. With a lot of the peripheral things like marketing, creating thumbnails, titles, descriptions, I'm not very efficient on my own. I have been trying to get better systems in place, but it's a work in progress. AI fills that gap, and again, it makes me more efficient, which frees up time for the thing that I actually like doing, which is content creation. Now, something that people bring up when it comes to things like efficiency is you could hire someone to do those things. Like there's people who work in marketing, people who work in graphic design. I think it's great that those options are available. However, in my case, while I do have a good number of subscribers, which I am so thankful to everyone who has subscribed to my channel, watches my video, and supports me, it's really amazing and humbling to know that the content I create, there are people all over the world that it resonates with them and they want to watch it. So please know that I highly, highly value. But even with the amount of subscribers that I have, I'm still pretty small potatoes. I'm just not yet at a point where I'm able to fully financially support myself from my YouTube channel. And so outsourcing some of these things and hiring someone really isn't an option for me at my scale. AI is a way to fill that gap and make things more accessible to me where I'm at. So I hope that gives you an idea of what I mean when I say I'm an artist but I don't hate AI, because I do see some benefits to it. I was very intentional with my wording, however, in saying that I don't hate it. It doesn't mean that I love AI by any means. There are definitely aspects of AI that I hate, even if I don't hate AI as a whole. And with any time I'm using AI, it's never just go do this and then I just keep going about my way. There is always reviewing of the responses you get, because sometimes AI comes up with some wacky responses. I don't ever take it at face value, but I review it, I'm all over it. I kind of put that human aspect in, of that human feedback, to make sure it actually makes sense and is a quality result. And broadly speaking, I also do not like when AI creates art. I don't mind it helping artists, like in the ways that it helps me, but I find that AI art, it's kind of questionable if it really is art. There is one big exception to this. If someone feels like they're not a creative person, but they use AI to be creative, then I am all for that. I am all for anything that helps people be creative and tap into their imagination. So here's my final thought on AI. You've got to make the most of the cards you've been dealt. AI is here and there's not anything I can do to stop it. But I can make the most of my circumstances and actively live my life, actively own my choices. You know, kind of a personal example of playing the cards you've been dealt even when things are not going the way you would like is with my health issues. I have had health issues for 9 years at this point. My life has gone a very different direction than I thought it would, but my health issues are what made me take that first step to starting my YouTube channel. And when I did have to drop out of college, I was really thankful to have my YouTube channel at that point, and I'm thankful still now that even though I'm not able to work a real or traditional job, I still have things like YouTube, like my Etsy store, that I can use to generate income. And so something I found, and it's a lesson that I'm constantly learning, is we have to free ourselves from trying to control the things we can't control. The weight of the world is too much for any one person to carry. And if I spend all my time consumed with worrying about AI or trying to fight against it, I'm not going to get very far, and I'm going to find myself very discouraged and frustrating. But when we take a step back and accept that there are things outside of our control, that does free us up to focus on the things that we can control. And those things that we can control tend to be the things that truly do matter in our lives. It's okay to not like the game, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to play it. Now I want to know, what do you think? Do you think I am totally off base here? Do you love AI, hate it, or are you just largely confused by it? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments, so please share. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Stay creative, and as always, happy crafting. I do feel compelled to let y'all know I did not have AI write this video. This video was my own creation. Speaking of other things that are my own creation, Sunny the Springtime Bunny. While I used AI to help me with marketing and creating the Etsy listing, the pattern is fully my own design. I'm very proud of it, and if you want to support a real human who designed a pattern all on their own without the use of AI, please check out that pattern on my Etsy shop. Thank you so much!